Alright, so moving on to the Looney Tune
Goddamn,
cartoons.
I don't know where to start with the Looney Tunes cartoons because I do like them. I do. They capture like the same spirit of the old Looney Tunes cartoons, but they give them like the modern. No, not the modern, but it's basically the equivalent of classic Looney Tunes cartoons being made today, and I'm here for it. I actually love that Daffy Duck is now, well, back to being daffy as shit, like just completely goofy and insane and fucking ridiculous, instead of, being the foil to Bugs Bunny and the bitter foil at that.
The
Remember?
saltiest motherfucker you ever did see. Don't eat that
Yeah,
duck, he's full of salt.
yes. I used to, like I know that was their whole shtick, but I always felt bad for Daffy because it's just like, bro, like you're clearly living in someone else's shadow and you're not happy about it, but you don't do anything about it, and I felt bad about that, you know?
Yeah, a lot of times you can justify him bringing it on himself, but other times it's just like, you don't. You've chosen the way of suffering, and I wish you wouldn't.
More or less. Now, on the flip side, he is tormenting the absolute fuck out of Porky Pig.
As you
I mean,
do.
as you do. Like Daffy and Porky are like pretty much always sharing cartoons together, and Daffy's the funny one, and Porky is the one who's got to suffer, unfortunately.
Which is funny because, like, in their earlier interactions, that's always how it was. It,
I like seeing that.
yeah.
Honestly,
Like,
I can't remember much from Porky Pig outside of him basically being fucked with by Daffy Duck for X amount of minutes.
yeah. Like, in the Looney Tunes show, that was the thing, because they put Daffy and Bugs as roommates, because it's just like, oh, well, they make the perfect pairing and all that. And I understand, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, but Daffy and Porky have just so much chemistry.
Yeah, and the thing is, Porky was in the Looney Tunes cartoon in the Looney Tunes show. He he was mostly just kind of there.
Oh, yeah. Perpetual butt monkey.
Yeah, I mean, not even just perpetual butt monkey. He was like one of the most boring, uninteresting characters, and it's just like, guys. Come on. Also, I do love that these new Looney Tunes cartoons keep calling attention to the fact that Porky doesn't wear pants, and they keep making jokes of it, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
recently, recently, in the newest batch, I like this. They introduced the character Petunia Pig,
Oh,
who,
really?
yeah, they had a Petunia Pig cartoon, and I like what they do with her. They make her like always trying to look on the bright side of life kind of shit, even though all this cartoonishly horrible shit keeps happening to her. Like she has one episode. She spends the entirety of it trying to get a really good picture of a squirrel that will just not hold still and is basically doing everything in its power to fuck with this poor girl.
Yeah, God damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
what's
mean,
up
it's
on this?
hilarious, don't get me wrong, especially because her reactions are usually some kind of like pun or like a joke or, just a comment of like, oh, well, like I said, she's an always look on the bright side of life kind of person.
God, I'm surprised they actually gave her a character.
Yeah, right? The rest of the cartoons are, well, they're exactly what you'd expect from Looney Tunes, but they're still fucking hilarious because they find ways to make the formula fresh. A lot of the especially in the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote cartoons, I cannot tell you how many times I actually cracked up because what I thought was going to happen is not what happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like sometimes you can see the gag coming when it comes to like Wiley getting his uppance and eventually getting injured. There were a few instances where it's just like they caught me off guard. They surprised me.
Damn. I'm actually surprised to hear that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Um, I do want to go on a bit of a rant about Pepe Le Pew.
Uh-oh.
I don't hate. Look, I don't hate the character. I never saw anything as a problem with him growing up. Now I look at it and think, ooh, we might need to update the format for this. But it's not impossible. Because the thing is, a lot of his cartoons, like a lot of his classic cartoons, yes, he's chasing after. Let's be real. He's chasing after pussy, in a very literal sense. But
uh,
but it's always like it's always a miscommunication. That's always like the main central theme of his cartoons. Complete miscommunication. He thinks this cat is a skunk because somehow she always somehow gets like white paint across her back so she looks like a skunk.
hmm
They even had one episode where like she falls into water, it washes the paint off of her, but she looks like a wet cat, so he doesn't really want anything to do with her. But he falls into a bucket of blue paint. She doesn't see the stripe on his back anymore. He doesn't look like a skunk to her. He just suddenly looks like a really broad-shouldered man who she wants to fuck the shit out of.
Yeah.
And yeah, and at the end of the episode, he's like, it's possible to be too attractive, and it's just like, okay, that's funny. You can do this in 2021. You can absolutely do this in 2021. Some things have to be adjusted, for sure. But I feel like it can be done.
Yeah, with a little time and effort. Just thinking things through a little bit.
Yeah. But like I said, the whole purpose, the whole theme has to be miscommunication. Because I've seen it a lot on social media, and I agree. Miscommunication as a plot device is only acceptable if it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it's Looney Tunes. They can make miscommunication fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, honestly, yeah. It tends to be a little bit insufferable. That's the only thing.
What do you mean exactly?
Because it depends on the miscommunication, because in some shows that I'll watch, you'll have a miscommunication and it's just so obvious what the miscommunication is, and they'll just drive it into the ground.
Is it like now? I do want to ask this: is it played up for laughs? Like, is it like basically just a whole joke,
Honestly,
or
a
is it?
lot of the examples I'm thinking of don't tend to be jokes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if miscommunication is used for the sake of drama, then you've done it wrong.
Hmm.
That's what I really, really hated about Equestria Girls,
Oh yeah?
dude. She made the main six hate each other by sending fake text messages, and none of these bitches had the common sense to just be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this text? Like, did you send this? Like, because this doesn't seem like something you'd say." Like nobody picks up on that. Nobody decides to like say it right. Nobody decides to confront their friends and just be like, "Yo, why would you send me this?" You
Hmm.
know? I don't
I
know.
never actually thought about it like that. Although the first movie I tend to try to avoid, and it's mostly agreed that the first movie is the absolute worst.
It's the absolute worst. But that was my main complaint.
Hmm.
Like the rest of it, I could tolerate. But when she said she wanted to tear her friend group apart and did so very easily by just sending a bunch of rude texts from the friends, it's just like, bruh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This
It's
shit
like your
out
friendship
of the house.
really wasn't that much if that's all it took to break it apart.
Like, this movie's an hour and a half, and y'all just couldn't like sit down and fucking talk to each other?
It tends to be the thing in a lot of stuff where it's drama based and there's a misunderstanding. It's just like, if anyone actually just took a moment to talk to each other, this whole situation would be immediately resolved.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Final Space does the whole like, withholding information. I'm going through it. I don't really want to tell you kind of thing. I think it handles it better because most of the things people choose not to communicate to each other, they're personal battle type stuff, but like even with personal battles, sometimes they will still like bring it up to each other and talk and you know be vulnerable and communicate more or less.
Yes. That's
Speaking of
actually
which,
true. Very true.
yeah. Speaking of which, I'd like to get into the new episode without spoiling too much. First off, even though I know I watched episode 8 last week, when I saw episode 9 on on the preview, I'm just like, shit, we're already at episode 9? Fuck.
Just flying right on through it, huh?
Yeah, more or less. But listen, I'm okay with it because I can see this season having a few more episodes. I mean, at least another 5, maybe? If I'm being optimistic.
Really? That's it?
Right. Listen, I don't. It seems like in 5 episodes they could get done. Okay, let me rephrase that. I see this series going up to 15. This season going up to 15 episodes, maybe more.
Oh, wow. These seasons only have a few episodes each. What the fuck?
Yeah, it works for the first season because you know, it starts off with a countdown. You have 10 minutes of oxygen left, and then it kind of Tarantino's it and goes like kind of shows you how they got to that point. But each episode will start like, episode 1 you have 10 minutes left. Episode 2 you have 9 minutes left, or is it 8 minutes? Yeah, yeah. Episode 2 you have 8 minutes left. Episode 3 you have 7 minutes, so on and so forth. You get the idea.
Hmm. Okay.
So it worked in that format. From season 2 onward, it's just like, hey, however many episodes we get out of this is however many episodes we get out of this, and I'm
So,
okay with it because like I feel like they're Olin Rogers is telling his story in as many episodes as he feels he needs to.
so apparently he has a series planned for 6 seasons. He's planned out the finale if they ever get canceled beforehand, but that's what he's aiming for. So, damn. Okay, man. I like a man with a plan.
Wait, he's shooting for 6 seasons with Final Space or something else?
Uh, yes. When asked on Twitter about the series' longevity, Olin Rogers has stated that he had at least 6 seasons worth of material thought up for the show, including an ending for Final Space in case the series gets canceled in the future.
Nice. Yeah, I can agree with that
Yeah,
completely and
yeah, I'm
100%.
looking at the tweet now. As of now, I have 6 seasons worth of ideas. I know how I would end it if and when it comes to that.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, hell,
Um,
at least you know you got at least a few more years of this, if nothing else.
yeah, right. Which means within that time, at least more people can pick up on it. 'Cause, damn, this shit is like really fucking good. Really good. This shit slaps, my dude. And I'll say it
Honest,
every week. Final Space fucking slaps.
like, hey, it's getting pretty good numbers.
This week's episode I actually really, really liked because A, it brings back a lot of characters we've seen throughout the series and kind of brings a lot of hasty but hilarious resolution to a few of their arcs, which hey, I'm not bothered by because you know we don't see a lot of these characters very often, and like we know they're a thing, but you just don't care about them as much as like the main cast. So again, I can't say too much without spoiling it, but the long and short of it is, it was it was a really it God, I can't find the words for it. Never mind. No spoilers. Can't say shit. Good episode.
I like that. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Good shit. Go watch. Don't be a butt.
Please go watch. Please go watch. Please comment. Please tell me what you think about Final Space. Fucking reach out to me on Twitter if you really want to. Um, Seriously, if you want to geek about Final Space, I will geek about Final Space with you. Just let me know that.
Well, damn. Ringing endorsement as always. Alright, let's cut off to the next thing, which was my topic. Castlevania! Oh my god, season 4! Oh, the animation in this, as always, fucking fantastic.
Oh hell yeah!
Fucking fantastic. Oh,
Fuck.
dude. I will say, certain plot threads and characters kind of hit a dead stop like halfway through the season, and I'm just like, oh, is that where you've chosen to end things with these characters? Really? Just really kind of took me off guard with that, but it's not bad. Not at all. It's just really shocking.
I'll have to see what you mean. I planned on getting through this season this week, just because I just haven't been up for it. You know, I heard that it came out on Wednesday, and it's just like, well, it's there. I'll pick it up when I feel like it.
Yeah, honestly, it's no hurry on this one. You know, enjoy it, savor it, get around to it when you feel like you can. Certain things, certain aspects of it do tend to be a little bit of a slog, but not in the worst possible way. It's all building towards something that when you finally get it within the final few episodes, it's just like the biggest release of, everything I've been waiting for, thank you.
Oh man, now I really want to check this out.
Yeah, and when I tell you, the, like, let me ask you this. Over the past 3 seasons, what was probably your favorite moment in the series?
Like, top favorite moment?
Top favorite moment.
Easily the moment in season 2 where they storm Dracula's castle and they're playing Vampire Killer.
Yes.
That
Exactly. Exactly.
Fucking hype, and it was so hard to top. Like their final fight at the end of season 3, where you've got like that dramatic organ music. That's a close second, because that scene was fucking awesome. But nothing tops the storming Dracula's castle while playing fucking Vampire Killer. I'm just like, yo, where's my controller? I'm about to play this shit. Let's go.
And that's exactly it, because, like, once you get, as you go through this season, there are moments where you're just like, oh, God, killing vampires has never looked so sexy. Like, damn, let me put it like this. I've never been so attracted to murder before in my life. I don't know how else to put it. It's just like I've never been so turned on by just murdering fucking vampires.
Bruh. Like, the concept of murdering vampires is kind of turning me on just a little bit.
It sounds like the silliest thing possible, but there are just so many elements, especially towards like the midpoint and the finale of this season, that I'm just like, God damn, y'all didn't need to go that hard on it. Like, damn, God damn.
Wasn't this going to be the last one, or is there another one?
Oh, it's the finale, but at the same time, there's a spin-off plan and all that good stuff.
Ooh.
Who knows where the spin-off will take it, because, like, if you've ever played Castlevania, you know that this, especially towards the end of the last episode of this series, basically takes everything you know about Castlevania, specifically Castlevania 3 and what was the one fighting game's name? Curse of Dracula or something, where Hector and Isaac show up. That one game, and basically says, yeah, we're not doing any of that. No. If you know anything from the games, basically just throw that out, because we're not going even remotely in that direction.
All right, cool. So it's its own original thing. I can
Yeah,
get behind that.
yeah. It's its own world, its own continuity. Anything you think you know, you don't. So don't bring that to the table here. Just sit back and enjoy murdering a whole bunch of vampires.
What is the name of the theme? They play it in the first level of Castlevania. It goes at do 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 do
Uh,
do do.
yeah, crap. I'm not actually sure. I don't. Crap. I know what you're talking about, but I'm completely blanking on it.
It's okay. Okay. As long as you know the song I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I I I really hope that at some point they put that in the series. If they haven't, don't tell me.
Uh, we'll just leave it at that then.
Like I know it's a very niche thing to hope for, but it's just like that's one of my favorite Castlevania songs, so of course I want to hear it. Anything else you want to say on it, or
No, I've literally busted my nut all over this one. I'm good. Oh wait, there is one thing I will say in conclusion.
okay?
Sypha really is what the Avatar would be like if she just went around murdering things. I know that's not a grand sweeping statement, but that's all I was thinking. Every scene with her throughout this season is just like, so this would be what it's like if, Aang and Korra went around just murdering things in bloody chunks. Got it. Noted. My god, that's
Cool.
terrifying.
Listen, I can fuck with it.